recently, a few students from the Student Unification Party decided to remind us to fix the country, because we told the Liberian people that we were coming to fix the country. When students remind us that, look, you said you were going to fix the country, how come we begin to misinterpret the intent of the student and begin to organize a contra protest to brutalize students to the extent that one of them is on his dying bed?
And
So
those videos are from the CDC.
is a visible example. But who constitute the political base of CDC? The grassroots. Those are the dispossessed students, the children of market women. These are our constituency. The very students that you brutalized today are the very students that made you president. How come all of a sudden you have reneged on that obligation to remember their plight? Where in our manifesto that you will brutalize students when these students constitute the numerical strength of your party? How come the demographic structure of the CDC comprised of the young people? Most of them are in schools. Most of them are at the University of Liberia and other universities. How come now they become the target of hate when they're reminding you of what we said we will do? We came to change the future of this country from that elitist form of governance to a governance structure that will reflect and manifest the generality of our people. How come now we are jittering when students, innocent students, tell us, look, but you said you were going to fix this country? How come we are becoming afraid of the very student when they remind us that you said you will fix the country, so fix the country?
So this means that Dr. Tenny, who is a hierarchy in the CDC, is aware of the CDC Council of Patriots.
I don't even know which group is that Council of Patriots. It's a renegade group. The CDC has structure. They have auxiliaries, right? You have the Women League. You have the Youth League. There is nothing in the Congress for Democratic Change auxiliary structure that call itself the Council of Patriots. That is a renegade. The disappointment was we didn't see the extent of their intent. We should have rejected that attachment of Council of Patriots to the party's name, because it does not reflect the intent of the party.
There are pictorial evidence of high-profile individuals in the CDC, the legs of the chairman of the CDC, Moba Malu, the legs of the youth chairman, Jefferson Koji, who's now the city mayor, and you know, amalgamating with those individuals, having good time with them, propagating their interest.
I cannot speak for Koji. I can speak for Molu. Koji, okay. I mean, Molu is a very peaceful man. Molu is a unifier. Molu is a party chairman that encourages the expansion of the party through the recruitment process. So his involvement with the young people is as a result of his encouragement that the party has still the generational acceptance that the party is a young people-based party. So his involvement with the young people, be a former criminal or a former rebel, does not speak to the fact that he endorsed violence. Molu is never a violent person. What? I will not speak for Koji because I do not know him in terms of his other activity, but I can speak for Molu.
Why you make of Koji's recent statement on your Facebook page? You make a statement and on that. What his recent press conference?
What was it about? He will mobilize people to counter protest.
Sure.
I felt that was reckless, and that statement will haunt him tomorrow. I believe that was irresponsible to make in this kind of society. Look, let us not forget that the Liberian people went through 14 years of a bloody civil conflict. You cannot scare the Liberian people. They have masked that tendency of being violent because they have stabilized their lives. You do not have the capacity to intimidate the Liberian people. When you provoke them into action, they will speak. And they are capable of moving into action. But people have decided to abandon certain traits that they had before and pick up the broken pieces to move ahead in a civilized manner. Don't underestimate the Liberian people. These are people who, when you provoke, they will retaliate, and they will retaliate even more aggressively than your provocation.